Hi everyone and welcome to my channel Learning with GP. In this series, we will talk about how to start up in Germany as a foreigner. We will take you through all the different aspects of setting up your startup. In our last video, we talked about how to find the perfect location for your dream startup in Germany. We talked about where and how to look for help and whom to contact and rely upon. Today we will talk about which business entity is the best choice for your German office. So without further ado, let's get started. Germany offers lots of different opportunities for you to set up your legal business entity. You can set up a subsidiary of your company in the so-called corporations or partnerships format. This can depend on the end goals or intentions of the involved shareholders in the company, the type of liabilities and taxes they would like to entertain as a part of the company. In this set of setups, let's discuss the corporations first and then we can talk about the partnerships. Corporations have contracts, assets, and liabilities and are liable to pay taxes. In this case, the contribution of the capital money is done by the shareholders. These can be summarized into, first, the most popular one, GmbH, written as GmbH. This is a limited liability company. The German full form of the term will be Gesellschaft mit beschränkter Haftung. The popularity of GmbH relies on the fact that it has relatively fewer obligations compared to the others and requires one shareholder, which can be someone from your home country or your company itself. The others in this format are UG, written as UG, which is Mini GmbH, Limited Liability Entrepreneurial Company, AG, Stock Corporation, KGaA, Partnership Limited by Shares. These are the 4 types of options provided under German law. Let me introduce you to the type of partnerships now, and then we can talk about all of them in slightly more detail. In case you find these topics interesting, do let me know in the comments below, and I will be very happy to talk about it in detail and provide you the best information to my knowledge. So there can be civil law partnership, GTAI, General Commercial Partnership, AHK, and Limited Partnership, KGaA. Among the corporations and partnerships, some mixed forms are also possible. For example, you can set up GmbH and Co. KGaA. In this case, the GmbH and Co. is a limited partnership, that is, KGaA, and the general partner is GmbH, which is Limited Liability Company. The GmbH is fully liable for the debts and liabilities of GmbH and Co. KGaA. The liability of the limited partners are limited to the shares they have in the partnership deal. Now let's get back to the corporations. Let's start with the most popular corporation form, GmbH. GmbH is the most popular type of corporation used in Deutschland, aka Germany. GmbH normally requires a contribution of 25,000 euros. It is comprised of shareholders, CEOs, and when it is above a certain size, it should contain a supervisory board. The little sister of GmbH is Mini GmbH or UG, also known as Unternehmensgesellschaft in Germany, which is an entrepreneurial company. It was established in the year 2018. The main difference between UG and GmbH is the capital contribution. One can start an UG with a contribution of only €1 per shareholder. It's comprised similarly to a GmbH, so we shouldn't forget the notary costs, registration fees, etc., as all of them will apply the same way as they would have when establishing any other form of a company. Just like the other forms, UG also absolutely maintains annual sheets, double entry accounts, and is taxed the same way as other organizations. For detailed information on these forms, feel free to leave me a comment and I will get back to you with more explanations. For self-reading, you can check out GTAI website, where more information on these can be found. I will put the links in the description below. The other interesting point of UG is that as soon as the share capital reaches 25,000 euro, one can transition from being an UG to a GmbH. So these were the most common and popular legal company options you have when establishing yourself in Germany. German law also provides for other ways to penetrate the market, and these include branch offices. Let's talk about branch offices to get you a quick but in-depth idea on what exactly should you be interested in given your position. Branch office is basically an adjunct office of your home country head office, meaning it's simply a part of the home country office and it doesn't have any legal or separate entity away from it. So in case of any claims from the creditors against the branch office, they will be addressed by the home country head office, as it is that office that is completely liable for the assets owned by the branch office. This sort of attachment is considered as a disadvantage for a branch office when compared to a GmbH. So it's good to think about these options thoroughly before making your final choice. You can have two types of branch offices in Germany: the autonomous branch office, also known as selbstständige Zweigniederlassung. These offices are internally dependent on the head office in your home country, and of course, the home country office is liable for their business activities, but these entities are allowed to conduct their business independent of the head office. So you can simply say that autonomous branch offices can have their own management team, which is free to act as needed, as they possess the power of attorney and the power to contract. They have their own capital resources and a bank account, which are provided by the head office. They have to keep a separate accounting from the head office, making it a solid option in itself. An autonomous office should be registered in the Commercial Register of Commerce and the Chamber of Crafts. These are regional in nature and also have an extensive foreign network, meaning that you might be able to find one such desk in around 92 foreign locations where Germany has its foreign IHK office. One such most active foreign office is in the south of India. For these foreign offices, you can use the keyword Außenhandelskammer, AHK, for a quick search. Commerce and the Chambers of the Crafts, also known as Industrie- und Handelskammer, is not just needed for essential functions, but they are also very helpful and active in providing assistance with the organization and execution of vocational trainings and their examinations. They can also help you by providing for admissible company names, etc., lobbying to represent the interests of the companies at different levels of the government. They can provide you information on the economic framework of a geography and also help your foreign entrepreneurs with business contracts. The best of all is that you don't have to make any extra effort to become a member. Once your company is registered, it already becomes a part of it. The fees involved in this depends on the turnover of your company. Now let's check out the dependent branch office. The dependent branch office, also known as unselbstständige Zweigniederlassung, is more interesting when you simply want an office to maintain contracts and start business in Germany. It's sort of a framework entity that assists the head office and doesn't have any independent business discretion. Any businesses conducted by any of the either type of offices must be notified to the trade office, also known as Gewerbe or Ordnungsamt in German, and all the required licenses and permits should be submitted. There is one more type of office that exists, which is known as a representative office. This office doesn't have an equivalent German commercial law. The representative office is generally used to procure initial client contact, pave the way to step into the market, etc. But as German law doesn't have any provision for this, once you decide to step in this market, you will have to register yourself at least as a dependent branch office. That's all the overview about the types of entities you can establish. Now let's say that you have settled on one type of structure. So the next step that you will come across now is to get yourself registered. I will here talk about how to establish the most popular entity, GmbH, for your business. As we already discussed, the popularity and the flexible nature of this entity makes it a popular choice not just among Germans, but also among foreign nationals such as yourself. To establish a GmbH, you need to have at least one shareholder. This can be in the form of a national from your country or the company itself. Then, a proper GmbH is comprised of two subparts. One is the body of shareholders and the other is the executive body, which is composed of the managing directors. In case of selecting managing directors in initial stages, German law provides you the option for having the manager director even reside in your home country, as long as you have a physical office and a representative of the office in Germany. Share capital needed to establish GmbH is 25,000 euros. This share capital can be contributed either in cash or kind, meaning that you can also provide it in the form of real estate, etc. In case you want to open a GmbH, you will need a notary to verify the presence of the parent company, which in turn is done by another document trail specified by public offices. You will be informed about it by your notary. Foreign documents do require an authentication to be acceptable in Germany. For example, in case of Indian documents, you can start the authentication process at the German consulate or embassy in India, and that should lead you in the right direction. Most of the information on it is available online, and you can simply Google it. Do take into account the time factor, as it often takes long and one must wait and be patient with these processing times. Also, beware of the middlemen and money-making scammers in this process. So let me walk you down through a quick summary of all the required steps in this process. First will be drafting articles of association. These documents contain the identity and constitution of your startup. It should definitely contain capital, shareholders, their shares, name of your business, the office you're registered at, and the object of your company. Second, notarization of articles of association. This takes place in coordination with the notary. It's good to contact them in advance to make sure that all the documents, etc., are good to go, especially in case of the foreign parent company. You can find notaries online on Bundesnotarkammer, that is, Federal Chamber of Notaries. So in this step, the founding shareholder adopts the articles of association and appoints one, or if they wish more, then one managing directors in a notarial deed. Then comes payment of the share capital. 12,500 euro is enough to move to the next step in the GmbH formation as cash contribution. Once the share capital checks out, managing directors can, with the help of the notary, electronically apply for registration in the commercial register, and congratulations! GmbH is now effectively a legal body. Trade office, or as in German, Gewerbe or Ordnungsamt, should be notified and registered with before business activities are started. All the permits, etc. should be duly submitted. And there you have it, a quick look at all the steps required in forming your dream GmbH. Other than that, in some cases, some special licenses or permits might be needed for businesses to operate. For example, in financial sector, authorizations from related department might be needed. Other than that, blockchain, insurance, etc. related professions might require certain licenses. You can simply contact IHK to get more information on this issue. So with this, I will leave you here for now, and I wish you the most successful startup in Germany. Next time, we will talk about nice and easy office spaces for your physical office in Germany. Let me know in the comments below if this video helped you in any way. Don't forget to share it with your friends or someone whom you think can benefit from it. Also, feel free to let me know if you have any specific questions that you would like me to address in the upcoming videos. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll see you until next time. Bye!